Welcome back, everybody. We're going to do another demo on something also relevant to single page applications. Honestly, any React application, but it fits pretty nicely in here. We're going to do something called lazy loading, which basically only loads in resources as we need them. Now, you probably have seen this on the web where you go to a page and you see like a little dot, 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 and maybe it's animated or something like that, but that's basically loading in that content now that you are on that part of the page. This type of application has implications for speed, for user performance. So, sites seem a little snappier when you do this. Has search engine optimization implications. I'm not really I don't really have much expertise on SEO other than colloquial, hey, you have to do all this kind of thing. If you want that, that's more tends to be more of like a marketing side of web dev. But lazy loading is one thing which is it's actually pretty easy in React. Now I've got this tutorial and I'm going to link to this, but we're going to deviate from it slightly just so that we kind of keep our code base in the same shape that it's been in. The way that this tutorial sets up their routing, I kind of like because it abstracts a bit, but I'm just going to basically hard code everything so that we don't really change too much in our setup. So just as a refresher of where we are at, we've got our bacon text for homepage, we have our infinite scroller, contact, so nothing too crazy. We're just going to change this to be lazy loaded. Now we have all of the packages already that we need, which is literally just React and React Router. We have pages in place already. I'm just kind of going through and following along with the tutorial. Now we need to set up some routes. So they create a const routes variable. Let's start from scratch here. Okay. All right, so we're going to go ahead and follow the tutorial bit, and we're going to change our routes definition a touch just to kind of follow the tutorial. You could directly interject these if you want. I'm going to go ahead and basically follow what they've got because I think it's kind of interesting the way it's set up. So I'm going to comment out these import statements here, and we'll leave page not found in there for now, but yeah, we'll take that out too. Okay, so let's build up this object here. Const routes equals that, and we have a path, we have an exact, we have a element, lazy, arrow function import, dot slash home. Okay, and so basically we're going to turn all of our import statements into imports whenever the route is called. So now I can go ahead and do this for each and every one. So we want about, and we're going to import about. We can import contact. We're going to import contact. We would import scroll and infinite scroller just so that we have both of them. Have the scroll, import scroll, right? And then the last two, we have infinite. And this is infinite scroller. And then we'll bring in our 404 page, which I doubt is going to work, but we'll do that anyway. Import from that 404 page. Uppercase, uppercase. Okay, so we have built up this routes like they have in our example there. Now we need to go ahead and bring this into our application. So our links are going to stay the same. Our routes is going to change now because we don't have direct paths here. We have a variable to iterate through. So let's go ahead, and I'm just going to copy and paste this whole thing honestly because it's a lot to type. But what this is going to do is basically map every single route. Basically, we're iterating through the routes variable. So for every route, we're going to have an index called I. We're going to spit the path out, which is what we're setting for each of these. And then we're going to add the element in, which is lazy loading this particular module. This suspense fallback is basically our little ellipses that we're going to see on our page. All right, and then we should be all set, I believe. So again, I didn't add a routes.js page. Import in body of module, reorder to top. Suspense was not found in React Router DOM. Did I import the wrong one? I think I imported the wrong one. So we have, oh, you know what? Okay, silly me. We need import lazy from React. Okay, and then we also are going to need suspense from React. It's not React Router DOM. So that's my mistake. React Router DOM, we still have the links and all that fun stuff. Okay, infinite scroller doesn't exist. Yes, it does. Okay. Can't resolve infinite scroller. Infinite space. Okay, so now we just have this import. Oh, okay. Then you need to go up to the top. Okay, so I had app.css's import after this const definition, so that's bad. Now, hey, look at that. It's working. Now, you kind of see really quickly these three little dots that pop up here. Now this is all loaded in, but if I go ahead and do a hard refresh here, I can go to home, three little dots. Okay, life is good. Now, what did we do here? Because I'm trying to chop this up every time I, have some kind of a cursing fit off screen. We only updated app.js here. We added in this routes object, which is basically going to tie lazy loading to import that particular script. All right, so basically we could have directly injected this later on, but it's a lot nicer and cleaner up here, and it's even cleaner if we turn this into a separate component like they have in the demo. The errors that I had that you saw there really quickly, this import statement was after, it's just my mistake there, and I had the wrong packages coming in from the wrong module, so lazy and suspense are from React, not React Router DOM, just silly typo. Down here in our application, our links are still exactly the same, but our routes are going to be slightly different. And what you're seeing in front of you here, this is for React Router 6. This is slightly different for 5 if you're going back. So just kind of be aware of that. Okay, and now we have lazy loading happening, which is nice. And you kind of see that pop up there at the bottom. So our forever scroll still works. Okay, perseverance is still going on. That's good. Yeah, so lazy loading, definitely worth checking out. And I will see you all in the next one. Everybody.